Dear God, that was bad. Apparently, Eisel made another video about me. Let me see. Oh my God. Vegan gains, antidepressants are his new religion? Dude, like, what the fuck? This is funny. I wonder if he'd even be willing to have a debate on me
He
with
is
this
suffering
topic.
from being a psychopath and probably...
A few moments later.
So someone says it would be great for Abel to directly talk to vegan gains about this topic. Let me explain to you something about boxing and debating, okay? These guys, they'll only debate people who are stupider than themselves, all right? Vegan Gains knows I'm smarter than he is. He knows it. We spoke for years. I've interviewed him. There's evidence anyone can see that he and I knew each other for years, okay? Vegan Gains knows me. He knows I'm smarter than he is, okay? Vegan Gains challenges everyone else to a boxing match except me. He challenges everyone else to a debate except me, okay? It's not an accident. Okay, Vegan Gains will never take me on. All right, never.
Have a debate on me
He is
with this
suffering
topic.
from being a psychopath and probably from depression as well. But I think we should, and I'm glad that more research is being done into how do we help people, how do we help people with this condition, because...
Like, holy crap. I have no ability to diagnose anyone. Like, she's literally calling me a psychopath because I was rude to somebody. Like, holy crap. I guess everybody at the DMV is a psychopath, right? Because they're all rude. Like, holy crap.
This is good for Richard. I do not believe he's a happy person at all.
What is this?
I think that...
now that I'm on my antidepressants, I'm fucking happy. So, thanks. Somehow she can know everything about me, my life, how I feel.
Antidepressant has a side effect.
Here we fucking go, dude.
Of suicide.
To take the irony further now, the FDA's new...
So, Eisel, I was actually developing suicidal tendencies with my most recent long depressive episode that I was having. It was lasting over a year. It was getting worse and worse no matter what I did. I was actually becoming suicidal. And I've done everything, you know, trying to think positively, exercising. I got my own home gym, you know, just in case, like, the gym shut down. And I was exercising fucking every day, eating healthy, doing fucking everything. And I also have, like, an amazing job, which, you know, ought to be really low stress compared to most other jobs anyway. And where I can just say whatever I want, do whatever I want, play video games, make money. I was still fucking miserably depressed. So I was at my wit's end. I tried taking antidepressants because that was literally the last option for me. I also tried doing psychedelics. I did psilocybin mushrooms, which have been shown to help with depression. That didn't help me this time. So yeah, as a last resort, I went on antidepressants, and now I'm feeling good. And then he goes on this, like, thing, taking clips from different doctors saying, oh, they don't work. And I think a lot of this has to do with SSRIs, which I'm not even on. I'm on an SNRI. So, Eisel, if they helped me, like, there's not really... I don't know what point you're trying to make, dude. This is funny. Yeah, maybe I should try to get him on the channel and debate some of this. I don't know, I kind of want to...
Not the same thing as normalizing the treatment of depression. This word normalize is so slippery, it's so misleading. Are you really trying to normalize the experience of human sorrow, anxiety, misery, suffering, which is indeed, as you say, normal, is indeed part of the human condition? Or are you trying to normalize a drug-induced euphoria? And then contrasting that to
ridiculous.
Human suffering, unhappiness.
Yeah, so Eisel, what the drugs do is make me feel normal. That's it. They don't make me just feel happy. I can still get angry. I can still get down when, like, you know, bad shit happens. I still feel sad. They just make me feel normal. I don't know if that's the experience that everybody has, but I don't know, like, what, like, he doesn't understand what's been going on in my life and why I took them. So I don't know why he's making this video about me.
Happiness and sorrow, with the claim that any experience of that kind can be medicalized, can be treated as abnormal.
It is abnormal. Eisel, I make really good fucking money. I have an amazing job where I literally can just play video games for a living. I'm good looking. I have a beautiful fucking sexy ass wife with a good smelling bum. I have my own home gym. Like, I've got everything going for me, and I was still fucking suicidally depressed. That isn't normal, okay? If I did everything I possibly could to try to get better, you know, fucking think positively, exercise, like, the whole fucking gamut. I even tried psychedelic mushrooms, which, again, there is some research suggesting that they can help treat depression through a unique mechanism. Even that didn't help me. That was my last resort, so clearly, like, this isn't, like, what I was experiencing wasn't normal. I wasn't just sad because there are very obvious reasons why I should be sad. It's not like my cat died or my wife died or something like that. No, I was just miserable for, like, no obvious reason. And yeah, so I'm lucky enough that the medication helped me. Why wouldn't I take it? And why wouldn't I keep taking it so long as it works?
Can be treated as an illness that has never been proven to exist by medical science on the basis of a chemical imbalance that is known now to be fictitious, that always was fictitious.
I don't know what he's talking about. So the idea that depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain, I haven't seen any evidence of that, but Eisel, like, the condition of depression is diagnosable. It's a real medical phenomena. And yes, sometimes drugs work for that. I'm an example.
Fictitious. By mustering together already debunked and disproven junk science from the 1990s. What is it
This isn't even
really
something I'm supporting.
that you are trying to normalize?
I travel by public transportation, and I have kids turn around and stare at me because they're curious or they don't understand why this man's making faces. So I don't get upset about that, but it does upset me. When people see me grimacing, they come to the conclusion that there's something wrong with me.
I'm so happy. I feel so calm.
What was that?
I had no idea I could feel like
What?
this.
Normalizing human misery, suffering, and sorrow is the opposite of medicalizing it, treating it as a diagnosable condition that can be remedied with a pill that has been in the last 20 years
Oh my God, dude.
more thoroughly debunked than anything else on the psychiatrist's shelf.
Yeah, so Eisel, I don't know why I don't know why he was making this video, like, criticizing me. He's not even criticizing positions that I've held. As far as SSRIs, I'm taking an SNRI, serotonin, what is it? Serotonin reuptake, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. I don't know about the research on those. As far as SSRIs, yeah, it seems like it's about a 50-50 chance whether or not it'll work for you. It's essentially a wash. A lot of it is likely placebo. A lot of people are probably receiving a placebo benefit from that. I don't know about SNRIs. I do think some people do benefit from antidepressant medication. Like, that's undeniable, but I don't think overall they're particularly effective. For treatment of depression, I would recommend things like exercise, healthy diet, you know, trying to have a more positive mindset, maybe lifestyle changes, like changing your career, job, or something. Something like that, maybe therapy. But if you're at, like, the last, like, option, like, if you've done everything else and you're still miserable, I don't know why you wouldn't try taking an antidepressant. And luckily it worked for me. Like, that's my position. And then he's talking about me normalizing antidepressants and thinking that there's a chemical imbalance. And, like, no, that's not what I believe.
Antidepressants are a debunked fad drug from the
my God.
1990s. People like you think you're doing something morally positive in normalizing them, but you're not. What you're
The only thing I did was say that I'm on them. I don't know how that's normalizing anything.
normalizing is junk science.
Oh my God. Well, thank you, Eisel. That was brilliant. Vegan Gains philosophy of non-violence. First we kill all predators. Okay, so this is going to be really freaking bad. So I think everybody knows my stance on predators. Predatory animals kill and eat other animals. In order for a predator to exist, they obviously have to kill at least one prey species. It will, if it lives for a long period of time, obviously it will kill many, many, many of its prey species. So considering that, does it make more sense to let predators kill many, many innocent animals, or kill predators which would kill a lot of animals, but it would end up saving far more animals? I obviously think it makes way more sense to kill predators. That would prevent rights violations. In a similar human context, if there were like a group of humans that were killing and eating other humans, I don't think anybody would be opposed to the idea that we should probably kill the people who are killing and eating human beings, assuming, you know, lethal force was the only option. So that's my stance on killing predatory animals. I'm open to debate anyone on the topic. I'm sure Eisel would embarrass himself. Psych Out, donate $2. Watch the new Disney Star Wars anime yet? No, I saw the trailer. It looks really cool. There were a couple of good episodes in there. Okay, I'll check it out. But thanks for the nation, Psych Out.
Can be vegan.
Falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. You may not recognize this Latin phrase, but if you can understand the English language, you are living in a society built on this principle. The principle is that someone who will lie about anything will lie about everything. That if just one thing in a person's testimony is shown to be false, you have to disregard all of their testimony. It's completely absurd. It's completely ridiculous. And we've had innumerable court cases in which, for example, a lawyer was able to show that the person being interrogated had lied, for example, about being a homosexual in a homosexual relationship in a period of time when homophobia was the predominant social prejudice. And then on the basis of this lie about their personal life, something completely unrelated to the crime being committed, the case being investigated, everything else they had to say was dismissed from the record. This is older than the American Constitution. It's older than the so-called British Constitution.
These rants are...
It's one of the most ancient continuous parts of our legal tradition, of our
He's very
political
hard to watch
philosophy
because he
in the
just goes on
English-speaking
these
world.
pointless
It's
rants.
influenced the whole world. Why? Why do we regard a person's credibility as standing or falling with each and every claim they make? Whence does this delusion come from, and what purpose does it serve? Okay? I was young once. I have to think way back to a time when I found someone attractive, physically attractive, or just charismatic,
God.
and I wanted to believe they were the most brilliant person in the world. I remember I once saw an interview in a magazine, and the interviewer, stupid concept for an interview, but the interviewer went around asking everybody questions about happiness. What is it that makes you happy? And then compared the answers different celebrities and politicians gave. You know, like, what's the meaning of happiness in your life? And one of the answers I always remember was, it was from some celebrity, I don't remember who. One of the celebrities said back in response to this,
Okay, that's that's enough. So that's Eisel. Okay. Well, back to John Venus.
Venus here, welcome back.
Roll back the ride to the dawn of time when Earth was smoking and the lava.
Great talking to you, Pod. Great way to spend 3 hours. And
yeah, I think the first 2 hours were pretty much completely useless, but I'm really glad.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see.
but on a profound level, it's false and doesn't make sense. Okay, guys.
All right, thanks for the discussion. Maybe someone can correct me here, but
he just
hang on.
Where'd he go?
Maybe someone can correct me here, but was I missing something about Occam's razor? I mean, he said that Occam's razor suggests that we should reject, for some reason, this deterministic view about the world. And I was just asking, okay, what is it about that theory, or that Occam's razor suggests we shave off. And then he just repeats his claim that the deterministic view requires some, or takes on some large burden of proof. And that just seems unrelated. I mean, we could just grant that, but what does that have to do with Occam's razor? Am I missing something?
No, you're not missing anything. He was really wielding Occam's razor as some sort of a defeat to the argument.
Eisel's just like that. He just kind of goes on big tangents, never directly answers questions, then later on when you've asked the same question, tells you that he's answered it, and it's like, oh no, I was trying to get an answer for the last hour.
Yeah, but I mean, I mentioned Occam's razor like a few times towards the end, and he kept saying he answered it, but he just answered it, but then nowhere in the thing he just said was anything related to Occam's razor brought up. I don't.
Well, I mean, look,
you could have at least made it clear how that relates to Occam's razor.
You're a true member of AY server now. Having a debate with Eisel is kind of like, it's like the induction. So
the rite of passage.